Running an AI data center can require as much as a gigawatt GW of power that could be provided by millions of solar panels or just a single nuclear plant. Unfortunately, there are relatively few decommissioned nuclear reactors across America, Europe, and Japan that would be suitable for big tech to resurrect. New plants will therefore need to be built. These projects absorb enormous amounts of capital and are sensitive to interest rate fluctuations and long delays. What is more, the risk of overruns is higher today because the supply chains and expertise needed to build nuclear power have atrophied, at least outside China and Russia. A case in point is the recently opened Vogtle nuclear plant in Georgia, America's first in decades. It cost $35 billion, more than double the initial estimate, and was completed 7 years late. One way for tech giants to mitigate the risk of these projects is to bring in outside investors. Last month, Microsoft teamed up with BlackRock, an asset manager, and other investors to launch a $30 billion infrastructure fund devoted to AI. Mr. Smith, who says the fund's firepower could rise to $100 billion once debt is added, expects it to finance nuclear projects, among other things. He also expects three or four such funds, led by other tech firms, to emerge and suggests that Microsoft may participate in all of them. At the same time, tech titans have taken a growing interest in SMRs. Currently, there are only two in operation in China and Russia, but Western manufacturers of power equipment such as GE Vernova and Rolls Royce have been busily developing models of them, as have numerous startups. TerraPower, an SMR startup backed by Bill Gates, broke ground on its first plant in Wyoming in August. Oklo, another startup which counts Sam Altman, the chief executive of OpenAI, among its backers, intends to deploy several small nuclear plants by 2030. Earlier this year, it signed an agreement to provide Equinix, a data center operator, with 500 megawatts of nuclear power that includes a prepayment which should help it fund construction. There are more SMRs planned or under construction in America than anywhere else in the world, thanks in large part to enthusiasm from the tech industry. Last month, Oracle, a software giant, unveiled plans for a GW scale data center to be powered by three SMRs, for which the firm has already secured permits. On October 3rd, Sundar Pichai, the boss of Google, confirmed that his company is also looking into SMRs to power its data centers. Still, the technology behind SMRs remains unproven at scale. Meanwhile, the hefty and uncertain price tag of building conventional nuclear power plants will continue to weigh on the industry's growth and on big tech's hopes of powering the AI revolution without spewing vast amounts of carbon into the atmosphere. Chris Womack, the chief executive of the Southern Company, which owns the nuclear plant in Georgia, reckons that public support would help. The government must provide some cost overrun insurance, he argues. Streamlining lengthy permitting processes would be even better. Governments certainly seem to be warming towards nuclear power after decades of frostiness. At an event held during UN Climate Week in New York last month, officials lined up to reaffirm a commitment made by over 20 countries at the COP Climate Summit in Dubai last year to triple the global output of nuclear power by 2050. Oops. 14 big banks also said they are ready to finance new nuclear projects. Pointing to the surge in demand from AI, Mohammed Al Hamadi, head of the Emirates Nuclear Energy Corporation, declared, "We have witnessed a step change in momentum across the nuclear sector." For it to continue, a mix of technical ingenuity, financial wizardry, and supportive policy will be needed. Wow! They are going to blow us up, I think. And here is the nuclear option: global nuclear electricity generation by age of reactor, terawatt per hour, tera kilowattora, terawattora, τι λέω.